blow it.
Dude, I watched.
Yo, it's the Daily Huddle, yeah, you know the name. Three stooges in the booth, bringing ruckus, bringing fame. Every weekday at noon, you know we bring that fire. Rob, Bill, and Ken in the squad, that's our empire. Yo, Rob's the fact checker, keeping it real. Dropping knowledge on the daily, that's the deal. Bill's ready to roast, got the rival in his sight. When he steps to the mic, you know he's ready to ignite. Ken spitting facts, man, he's sharp as a knife. Throwing hard truth bombs, this is real podcast life. John Dorn in the mix, he's like, fuck the Lions. Bringing all the heat, likes to see the anger rising. Daily Huddle, we hustle, bring the vibe every time. Rants and facts, laughter, everything in its prime. Live every weekday, man, we're here to grind. Noon Central Standard, come and free your mind. Eric brings the rants, off the chain like a beast, letting loose his thoughts, they just never cease. In the studio we gather like a family affair. Podcast kings, yeah, we rise and declare. Roasting rival fools, we setting the tone. The Three Stooges take your fears and turn them to stone. Facts over fiction, we keep it 100. Tearing down the myths while the laughs keep coming. Daily Huddle, we hustle, bring the vibe every time. Rants and facts, laughter, everything in its prime. Live every weekday, man, we're here to grind. Noon Central Standard, come and free your
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Daily Huddle. We don't have a huge crew today, but we got a good-sized crew. What's up, fellas? What's up, Nick? What's up, Brock? What's up, Eric?
So,
Going on, Mr. Rob? Give it a minute, man. People might be just waking up.
I'm sharing it out too. You know, it's going to take a minute.
I want to tell Red Sox fans on the East Coast, thanks for Devers. That's definitely helps the Giants this year. Woo!
Wow, you're a Giants fan, Nick? I didn't know that.
Absolutely.
I'm from the Bay Area. You're what? You're from the Bay Area?
I'm from the Bay Area. I'm only a Packers fan because half my family's from Menominee, and I grew up a lot with my grandparents watching Brett Favre and shit like that.
Oh, okay. No shit. Okay, I didn't realize you were a Bay Area bro. All right, cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
That's why he's a Laker fan. That's why he's a Laker fan, bro. That's
Lakers.
But to finish my point, bro, if AI played in this fucking NBA, this would be fucking 40 points a night for my boy.
No,
40 points a night.
No,
hey,
let's continue this
points a night in a tough NBA.
I like this. I like this basketball talk.
Hey, if AI played in this NBA, you could add 10 more points to his career total.
Rock, you're pretending that the 80s
40
is the
points
90s.
a game.
You're pretending the 80s
40
is
points
the
a
90s.
game.
It's not.
So Nick, your argument is it's a different era. Like those eras were way different.
Eric, they have no defense today. This is a no defense NBA.
That's not true.
Facts.
Bullshit. No defense NBA.
If you watch the OKC Thunder this year, that was real defense. They had the highest
and another thing that irritates me about the NBA today, it ain't nothing but a fucking 3-point shooting contest. Oh, it's your turn to shoot the three. Okay, let me run down here and take my turn. Okay, let me run down here and take my turn.
So you're mad that the older
I mean, that's all it is anymore. They run back and forth and shoot threes.
You're mad that
I mean, what the fuck? That ain't the NBA.
So you're mad that the older generations weren't talented enough to hit threes at a high
Check
volume?
out the merch store.
No, dude, they didn't give a fuck about shooting threes like they do now. Back in the day, it was all about defense, Nick.
That's not true. That's not
bullshit. Were you bored to even watch the games?
Absolutely. I watched the entire 90s era.
Who gives a fuck about the 90s? I'm talking about the 80s and 70s and 80s, and then it went into the 90s. Nobody started trying to shoot. The 80s and 70s and 80s, they all played defense. It was all about
the 80s.
What's up, Dor?
That's why back in the day, you watch all these NBA games, they're knocking them on their asses.
We're not going to pretend that the 80s is the 90s. We're not going to pretend that.
Dor, what's going on, man?
The 90s, they just started opening shit up.
The 90s, rarely anything like that ever happened. You're talking about the 80s, which I agree with.
The NBA is a no defense NBA today. I'm sorry, I can't stand the NBA today. The NBA sucks today, bro.
If you don't know basketball, then sure, I agree.
If you don't know basketball, Nick, shut up. Shut up, Nick. I've been watching the NBA longer than your ass has been alive, bro. Shut up.
And I've been coaching NBA players.
I watched
So
you when the NBA was real
I've been
basketball,
coaching
not this
high
3-point
schools and
shoot
NBA
contest
players for a long
bullshit.
time now.
I watched the NBA when it was real basketball.
I also played college basketball. Where did you play?
I don't give a fuck if you play college basketball. It doesn't change the fact that the game is
let's run it
changing.
down.
It
Let's run
sucks
it down.
now.
Let's run it down. I played
It
college
sucks
basketball.
now, Nick.
I've
Come
coached
on,
NBA
man.
players. What have you done?
Ask
I
Larry
know
Bird
the
if he
game.
wants to play
I
in
know
this
the
league.
game inside out. If you don't know basketball, then that's how you're gonna feel.
Hey, ask Larry Bird how he would play in this NBA. Larry Bird would light you guys up like a Christmas tree.
Go
And
look
he's
at
a
what Larry
white guy.
Bird said. I'm glad
And
that
he's
you
a
said
white
that.
guy.
I'm glad that you said that. Larry Bird actually gave an enormous amount of credit to the era today and said the guys back then couldn't play today. He literally said that out of his own mouth.
Nah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be
go
honest.
look it up.
Destroy these
Yes,
guys
he
today.
did.
And I'll tell you why.
Offensive. There's no defense in basketball anymore.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest with you.
That's absolutely not true.
It is true. You can ask all the players.
It's absolutely not true.
I mean, look, I don't watch basketball like I used to. I don't, and I really wasn't a big fan of it when it was out. I did watch it, but I mean,
Hey, the NBA always been my second favorite. I ain't gonna lie. It always has been my second.
Right, man. NFL is tops.
Aaron, let me ask you: Pacers versus Thunder in that series, was there just no defense? That was a high volume amount of defense, was it not?
No, both of them were playing out good defense.
That was elite defense.
Right.
I think the problem is a lot of people misconstrue this new age defense for being soft because old age defense they used to beat each other up.
Yeah.
So you don't have the hard foul, fouls and the violence anymore. So therefore now everybody is soft. That's basically what all the old heads are saying. There's a tremendous amount of defense still being played in the NBA. Is it more tailored to an offensive style? Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
But defense is still getting played. It's just that not everybody is leaving looking like they was just in the fucking bar fight. And that's what these old heads don't like about it.
My point is, Steve, every damn time you see it, they go down the court and all they want to do is shoot threes.
Okay, so yes, the dynamic of the game has changed. But to say that they're soft, they're not soft. I wouldn't consider it to be soft. It's just a different era.
Different style.
Remember, you grew up, you watched basketball in the Michael Jordan and the Magic and the Bird era, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I grew up in the 70s and 80s.
Okay, now, folks that watch basketball before Magic and Bird will say that was the best when they didn't have the 3-point line. So it doesn't matter. Every generation is gonna shit on a new generation of football and basketball. That's just how it's gonna be.
And it has to evolve, and everything evolves. I mean, even the NFL evolved. It used to be all running. I mean, now it's passing. It's wide open.
Correct. It's tailor-made. It's tailor-made for the offense. So naturally, this generation, my generation now is getting ready to shit on the next generation that's coming out. Yeah. Just like the Michael Jordan generation did with us.
This generation's soft. That's all I can say.
And you're entitled to your opinion, but to say that it's soft is completely off base. Just say that this changed to a version that you don't like. It's just like rocking. It's just like
back in the day. He hurt me. He pushed me down. Oh my god!
And like I said, that part needs to be taken out.
Exactly. That's the point I'm talking about. Otherwise, it's fun.
That part needs to be taken out.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about.
But it's not necessarily soft.
Well,
it can be perceived as soft, but yeah.
LeBron James soft. That's all I'm saying. That dude's the biggest flopper I ever seen in my life.
Hey,
I mean, ain't nobody really.
Late 80s, right?
What's that?
So hold on, wait. Hold on, time out.
No,
because
hold on. If you go back and look at the history of flopping, Vlade Divac and Charles Oakley were the inventors of flopping. Those are some of the
What happened to Nick?
Okay, now,
What
Nick.
happened to Nick's audio?
Hold on, yeah.
I don't know. So he's saying that he's saying that it was invented in the 80s with Deepak and Oakley and all that. I get all that. Now, what I'm gonna say to you is, who invented the forward pass?
In football?
Yeah, who invented the forward pass in football?
Fuck, I know I've heard this before. My dad told me. I don't remember though.
The forward pass.
It doesn't. Yeah, listen. It doesn't matter who invented the forward pass because it's been revolutionized and taken to a whole new level, right? And Tom Brady is considered one of the GOATs, right? The same. It's the same thing with flopping. It don't matter who invented it. Took it to a whole nother fucking level that can't be imitated.
Yeah.
Well, that's with the evolution of the game itself, obviously.
Simple. We don't know who invented. We don't care who invented the flop, but we don't care who invented the flop. LeBron gets hit across the head and he goes on the fucking acting spree. Yes, that part I can't agree with. LeBron don't need to do that dumb shit. You 6'9" and 260 pounds.
Right.
If you that big, one little thump should not hurt you, but yet you want to roll all on the ground and act like somebody just slapped the shit out you and loosened two of your teeth.
Right. And I think that's what a lot of people lost respect in LeBron because he did that shit.
That ain't why they lost respect for LeBron.
That's where I lost respect for him.
As a Cleveland Cavalier, that's not why they lost respect for him.
Why did you tell us all why then?
Because he left.
Everybody lost. Well, it's not because he left. It's how he left.
Because he left.
Everybody always it's how he left.
Honestly, I don't care how he left. It didn't matter how he left. The fact that he left, Cleveland was going to hate him regardless.
No, had he just been a man and said that I'm leaving, we would have at least still respected him. But for you to sit up here and tell Dan Gilbert that you're coming back and that you're going to bring in another marquee player with you and then turn around and stab us in the back on national TV? Like, no, LeBron literally said, I'm re-signing with the Cavs, and then fucked us all over the next day. That's why we hate him. Me personally, I don't give a damn. He can go, he can stay. He came with too much baggage.
Right.
But that's where he started getting hated at. And then he went to Miami and he learned how to flop.
Let me ask you this. Did he make up anything when he came back and won you a title?
Make up. I was indifferent about him leaving anyway, because I feel like I've always felt no one man is greater than the team. So yes, he came back and he didn't win us a title. They won us a title because if you want to be technical about it, Kyrie Irving does not get the credit that he deserves. Kyrie Irving does not get the credit that he deserves. When LeBron was in charge of the offense, we were down and we were in a 3-1 hole. When Ty Lue took the ball out of LeBron's hands in the second half of games and put the ball in Kyrie's hands, that's when we started winning.
I disagree that Kyrie doesn't get enough credit. I see him get so much ridiculous amounts of credit for that. It's not even funny.
You see him get it? Hold on, wait. When they bring up the 2016 finals, and they bring down how we came back from a 3-1 lead. When they show Game 7, what do they show? They show the block, correct? They don't show the shot. They show the block first.
They show the block.
First
because the block was part of getting in. Well, it was not that same possession, but the possession after that going into the shot.
It does not matter. Everybody
those
gives
two parts,
everybody.
Those two parts to that game are the most important parts of that game. So they show the block.
Hey, Doug, what you got to say about all this?
They are, They are, but at the same time, Kyrie still does not get the credit. He deserves most of that credit. When he started putting up them 40-point games, now nobody remember Kyrie putting up them 40-point games in
Well,
5, 6, and
he only had
7.
one.
Everybody
He only had
just
one.
remembers LeBron this, LeBron that.
He only had one.
Okay, he had close to it. He had close to it. You could pull the numbers up. He still dominated.
He did. Him and LeBron.
He still dominated.
The shit out of that. Right.
Okay.
Him and LeBron dominated completely. I agree.
So, all right. So don't say that LeBron won us the finals. Don't say LeBron won us the title. The team won.
I never said that LeBron won you finals. Another person that doesn't get enough credit. I see Kyrie get a lot of credit. The one guy I don't see get any credit for some reason is Kevin Love's defense on Curry at the end of that game.
Kevin Love, and I tell people this all the time. Every dollar that Kevin Love ever earned in Cleveland was earned on that one possession. And
Right.
that 110 to what, 5 to 10 seconds earned him every dollar that he ever made in Cleveland. And I was willing to give him more.
So really, when the clip shows, it should be the block, the defense on Curry, and then the shot is how it should go.
Nah, because if you remember the defense that he played on Curry, they were already up 4.
No, they were up 3.
They were up 4.
They won the game by 3. Oh no, they won by 4 because LeBron hit that free throw. That's right.
He hit that free throw, and then they went down, put the ball in Kyrie Irving hands. In Steph Curry hands, and he picked him up, and he played that defense, forced him to take a terrible. He locked his ass up, forced him to take a terrible shot, and after he took that terrible shot, they got the rebound, tried to throw it up again. By that time, it was already over.
Nope. I won a bunch of money on that series. I put money on them coming back.
Right.
Well, sports betting wasn't a thing here at the time, so I didn't win. I didn't win nothing.
Sorry, but if I had to give an honest opinion about all the stuff y'all was talking about, I'm always gonna look back on that story and say LeBron's era was mostly dominated by Steph Curry since he won the most rings during the time.
He didn't actually.
They tied, I believe.
And he didn't even win the most rings in the 10s. LeBron did. So Curry, first of all, Curry never dominated that era. LeBron has outplayed him in every single series. He's outplayed him every single year. He's clearly a better basketball player.
Wait, but Nick,
hold on. They won the same amount of rings in that era.
No, they didn't. If we're talking about the 10s, no, he didn't.
The 10s, yes.
Yeah,
LeBron did. LeBron won the 4th one in 2020.
Yeah, I guess that's true. But it was the 2019-2020 season, though.
So technically, that's still, yeah, you're right.
Man, I'm not. That bubble ring was played in August of 2020.
Bro, I understand that, but it's
still,
2019 season, though.
Man, okay. Yeah. If that's how you want to give him, that's how you want to give him. Then fine. So,
but even if we give them both their one ring in 2020 and 2022, so that they both got one in the 2020. LeBron James went to more finals. He was more dominant. He had more MVPs. He was clearly the better basketball player than Curry could ever dream of being.
Okay, so wait, are we gonna glorify? Are we glorifying just going to finals? Because I mean that's just like glorifying. That's glorifying a boxer stepping in the ring for a championship fight and constantly getting knocked out.
So how are you measuring this then? Because they both only won 3 times.
4. I didn't say.
No, in the
so
10.
I didn't say that era was dominated by Steph Curry. But I'm on record as saying Steph Curry didn't team hop. Steph Curry didn't build a team. Yes, he did get Kevin Durant. In which I always felt that Kevin Durant isn't really as fucking spectacular as everybody makes him out to be. He's just an offensive player. That's a cancer.
He outplayed Curry on his own team.
Yeah, exactly. He really did. Durant is him. I will admit.
Man, because they catered to him, and when they stopped catering to him, he left.
But Steven, if Kevin Durant went to Cleveland, he ain't outplaying LeBron in those finals.
First off, Kevin Durant ain't never coming to Cleveland. Don't speak that into existence, please.
No, he's on the Rockets now.
Yeah, I don't even want the thought to sir. I don't even. Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. Hey,
But
they got Dylan Brooks.
and also
Jalen Green.
another thing that I'm already certain about is we may never see a time where Kevin Durant and LeBron James will be teammates on the same NBA team.
Nah.
Yeah, no, I don't. That's never gonna happen.
The Curry, Kevin Durant, LeBron James thing, that's only the Olympics. That was the only time we're ever going to see that.
They would have never seen. You got to remember, there was two alpha males. Those are two alpha males that will not take a back seat to anybody. LeBron ain't taking the back, even though he say, "Oh, I'm taking the back seat to Luka." He's not taking the back seat to Luka. Kevin Durant ain't taking the back seat to nobody because Kevin Durant, to tell you, he feels that he is the greatest player to ever play this game.
And that's why I don't like the trade. That's why I don't like the trade for the Rockets.
Do you think it's a good trade?
No.
I mean, we just got Nick's opinion. What about yours, Steve?
No, I would not have given up that much. I would not have given up that much for Kevin Durant. For one, he's on the wrong side of 35, if I'm not mistaken.
I think he's
number
37.
two,
he'll be 37 in October.
Okay.
And number two, he is a complete cancer. You look at anywhere that he's ever gone. Everyone says, "Oh well, they lost that 3-1 lead to the Golden State Warriors because of Westbrook." No, they lost it because of Kevin Durant. They lost the finals in 2012 because of Kevin Durant. He went to the Nets, and after Golden State, and what happened? I'm the leader of this team, and
he almost saved them though.
Saved who?
The Nets. He was what a millimeter away from fucking getting to the Eastern Conference Finals.
No, he was a millimeter away from forcing a game 7.
Was that game? I thought that was game 7. No, that was that game. No, that was game 7.
It wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
I don't. Was it the Eastern Conference Finals he was going to get him to? That's number one. And number two, saying that
it was to get him to the second round, but they would have wiped everybody after that.
Okay, so
you
then
talking about when we played them?
Yeah.
So okay, so here's my thing. And that was to win the game. He still forced overtime. He did nothing in that overtime.
Yeah.
So if he almost saved them, he went from almost saving them to laying the fucking egg in 5 minutes.
Yeah. He sucked in overtime. He did.
Yeah. So I mean, Kevin Durant is on the pedestal that he does not need to be on. Kevin Durant, if you ask me, is not one of the greatest of all time. He's a prolific scorer.
You agree on a player? Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, because I think the biggest problem with Kevin Durant is his talent-wise, as a basketball player, he's up there with the best. But his legacy is not it's not one of the greatest legacies. To me, it's not even really close.
No, because at the end of the day, you had a team that you had them on the ropes. You ended up getting your ass whooped by him, and you had to join them to get the rings that you got. At least at the end of the day, I can respect LeBron because LeBron he said, "I can't beat this team, so I'm gonna go get some players, and then we gonna beat this team." Kevin Durant said, "I can't beat this team, so I'm gonna go and join them." No, I can't be buddies with a person that just whooped my ass. It's not gonna happen.
You would have not seen. You never would have seen that any other era before LeBron.
Yeah, no.
Any other era, you never.
Wait, are we talking about Kevin Durant or what LeBron did?
That's saying like Michael Jordan would have went to Detroit.
Wait.
Don't say that. Don't ever say that, Eric.
I'm just saying. Because remember the Pistons beat him? I'm just saying.
I've seen teams try to stack together before LeBron to try to lopside it.
No. We talking about in the Mike era. You
that
never
happened in
see
the 90s.
Mike,
That happened
but
in the 90s.
you never see Mike. You would never see Mike join the Bad Boy Pistons.
Right.
Okay, so again, that's what we're talking about is the Kevin Durant move, not anything that LeBron did.
Right. Well, and even in the '90s, when they put superstars together, they were on the downside of their career anyway.
Yeah, you're talking about like Houston, right?
Yeah, like Houston, when they went out and got washed up
Charles
Scottie
Barkley,
Pippen,
Scottie
washed up Charles
Pippen,
Barkley. Yeah.
Clyde Drexler, Hakeem Olajuwon.
Well, Clyde. So Portland just didn't want Clyde anymore, and Clyde
Why
went over there with
not?
Hakeem. Clyde went over there with Hakeem and won too.
Yeah, when MJ played in '95, but when MJ was playing baseball, yeah.
That's because
Yeah,
Hakeem and Webster were college teammates. That's why he wanted to go join him.
But I wouldn't even say wanted to, because if I'm not mistaken, didn't they trade him?
No, Clyde was there for
I think he signed as a free agent, I believe.
Clyde
shit.
Clyde was there for the second one. He wasn't there for the first one.
I mean, you want me to go check on that, Steve? I'll go find out.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, possible.
Clyde wasn't there for
I'll be
the
right back.
'94 finals. Clyde was there for the '95 finals. And then they got Charles Barkley, and Charles Barkley won MVP while he was playing with the Rockets and all those guys, and they got Pippen.
Yeah, but they didn't get a ring though.
No, they didn't.
Barkley was washed, because if you look at it, if you look at the Lakers when they stockpiled Dennis Rodman, Karl Malone, and Gary Payton to go with Shaq and Kobe and all of them.
We didn't have Dennis Rodman that year, but we did have Dennis Rodman after the Spurs. I know what you're talking about. But what you're talking about when we had Gary Payton, we had Kobe, Shaq, and we had Karl Malone.
Yes.
And Karl Malone, as good as he was for that team, because if you remember, he actually got hurt, and it kind of fucked us in the finals. As good as he was washed too. He wasn't. Gary Payton was completely.
Yeah, he was washed. Yeah, both of them were washed. But like I say, when you stack superstars like that, hell, at that point they were at the age where they were ring chasing.
But you know
the ring chasing was the thing to do once you turned goddamn 34 years old, and you'd have led the team and couldn't get it done.
Something about basketball that people do too often is they try to pretend that paper is set all be all. And bro, we've seen it too many times where even young superstars, you can't automatically just plug superstars together and it works. It doesn't just magically happen like that.
Correct, because both of them being leaders of a team at one point in time, you who's going to take the back seat?
Right.
Houston got Clyde the Glide Drexler in a trade.
In a trade.
Yeah, I thought so.
And when you say that, that reminds me about the idea of Kevin Durant being on the Nets. Like, I personally felt that couldn't work out because Kevin was not the only alpha male on that team. You had two other guys who were alpha male type guys themselves.
Harden was eventually going to fuck that chemistry up. At the time, Kyrie Irving was not being a team player. He was a head case at the moment. He got a little bit better when he got to Dallas. But that whole construct, they played great together. They had like 6 games together that whole season.
I wouldn't say he was a head case. The league painted him out to be a villain for no fucking reason.
Because of the whole Celtics thing, let's be honest, he got salty.
Well, okay, the Celtics thing, I'm not talking about that. Okay, but I'm talking about when he went to the Nets. When he went to the Nets, everything was okay with him up until he tweeted out quote unquote anti-Semitic. It was some type of documentary or book that he tweeted out, and all he said was interesting read. When that's it. All he said was interesting. And he should not have been crucified the way that he was crucified. That man was suspended and stripped of everything simply because he said something was interesting. He didn't say he agreed with it. He didn't say that he disagreed with it. He just said interesting.
The thing he should get killed for, not literally, obviously. I mean, like social media wise, is claiming that the Earth is flat. What the fuck is wrong with him?
Now he deserved that with his stupid ass. He deserved everything he got.
Yo, he's not the only one that thinks that. I just ran into a Cowboys fan last week that said the same thing.
Oh, there are a lot of people that feel the Earth is flat, but I want to know somebody flying to the farthest most west point and let them fall off the cliff. Then
how the fuck do they think that?
Well, look, Rob. Just recently, these people that are really, really like have a huge following of flat earthers on TikTok. They went to the North Pole or whatever it was, at the very, very north part of the Earth where the axis is, and they watched as the sun rotated around and stayed up around them in a circle for 24 hours. And they were sitting there on live, and they were like, "Fuck, the Earth is round." and
No
people,
shit, motherfuckers.
people still believe it's flat, though. That's what's crazy.
Come on.
That's fucking being. I mean, bro, you're drinking the Kool-Aid hard. Holy
It's because of the Bible that people believe it. The ferment and all that stuff. Like
the Bible is truth, bro. The Bible don't tell you that the Earth is flat.
Does the Bible even talk if the Earth is
that?
round? I mean, I don't even think so.
No, the Bible don't even. I don't even think they talk about the Earth being round or
That's what
flat.
I mean. That's what I'm saying. I
the
don't
Bible
even think it's
alludes to the Earth being flat. It talks about how we're in a fermented dome.
I'd like to see where that's at,
bro.
Okay,
Nick,
because I have a pastor best friend that will rebuttal you. I promise you.
I mean, that's what people are saying, bro.
Nick, who cares what people are saying? Do you know what is fact?
Who cares? Let's move on.
I mean, do you know where it's at in the Bible that says that?
Nah, they must be from Nebraska. You might be right, Mitch.
Another news, the Bears still suck.
Oh, man.
7:1, Psalm 104:5 and Daniel 4:10-11.
All right, go look those up, Rock.
Rewrite them so that way I can go back to my pastor best friend and have him tell me about them.
It says it doesn't explicitly say that the Earth is flat, but it does mention a dome.
Hey, let me ask y'all a serious question.
All right.
Who would you put for your Mount Rushmore for the NFL? Like, if you had to put 4 players, who would you put?
4 players
for Mount Rushmore.
I mean, what positions though? I mean, you got so many great players.
Lawrence Taylor.
You can choose from.
Okay, let's do.
That's a long list there, Nick.
It's a lot.
I'm going Jerry Rice, Barry Sanders. I'll take Joe Montana as my quarterback, and if I'm going to no, I'm not putting Lawrence Taylor. As much as I hate to say, Lawrence Taylor was not the greatest. He was not the greatest defensive player to me. The greatest defensive player to me of all time was Reggie White. Yes. The greatest defensive player to me of all time was the Minister of Defense.
Reggie White.
Hey, I hated him. I mean,
you could put Reggie or LT as number 1 or 2. You're right about that.
No, there's no debate. There's no debate. The man is top 3 in 2 positions in the NFL. If you put him as an edge rushing defensive end, he's top 3. And if you put him at defensive tackle, he's top 3.
Man,
you can't argue that.
Sucks. No, I'm sorry.
You can't argue that.
You were real crazy to say Reggie White sucks.
I hate him. I hate him for the team that he played for. I hate him for the team that he played for. But you got to call a spade a spade.
Right.
Well, anyway.
Better be
I would.
careful calling people a spade, bro.
No, I know. I
When
mean,
it comes to the Mount
it's hard to
Rushmore,
put four players up there, bro. I mean, because
right?
I mean,
There's
there's
so many
coaching.
Okay,
names
I
you can
should have
choose
did
from.
positions. What about quarterbacks? Who would you have to do if you were to do
Tom
that?
Brady,
Straight quarterbacks.
Joe Montana,
Yeah,
Peyton Manning,
yeah.
and then to be honest, as much as this is gonna kill me to say, it's gonna end up being taken over by Patrick Mahomes that fourth spot.
Yeah.
Nope, not at all. Because
I
how do
think
you not have, first of all, how do you not have Dan Marino in your Mount Rushmore? Why? Because he didn't win the Super Bowl?
He's not
He
a
didn't win
top
a
four
Super Bowl,
quarterback.
and now I'm sorry. Yeah, no, I'm not.
Yeah.
You almost argue
Ah, okay.
in there.
Wait. So wait.
Dan Marino. Sorry.
Hold on, wait. So then let me ask you a question. Trent Dilfer won the Super Bowl, so you got Dan Marino ranked higher than him? I mean,
don't
you
have
got Trent
Dilfer
Dilfer
in my
ranked
top
higher
10,
than.
so that's irrelevant. He's not part of the conversation of GOAT, so no, that's irrelevant.
I mean, we can't blame him.
It's your Mount Rushmore, bro. You can put whoever you want on there.
Well, true. You're right.
I mean, we all got a different opinion of who's going to be on this mountain, bro. I promise.
put
We
Rodgers
all,
on it,
we're all from
MVPs,
different
and you know.
ages, different eras. I mean, for the most part, I kind of agree with Nick said. I mean, Patrick Mahomes is going to be on that fucking mountain. I mean, bro.
He's got to be there somewhere, I guess.
Three already, bro.
But talent-wise, I don't think he's more talented than Aaron Rodgers, that's for sure.
No, I mean,
No, he's not more talented.
he's going to be on there.
If I had to do talent-wise for Mount Rushmore as far as QBs, definitely I have Dan Marino and Aaron Rodgers up there, along with Joe Montana.
Yeah, Joe Montana. Yep.
You have to. You would have to.
And
How do you not have Tom Brady on there? I mean, Tom Brady is the GOAT, brother. I mean, he's
look,
the
I
GOAT.
grew. Can I put a point in there?
Brady's the GOAT, but
Yeah, what's up, Rocco?
can you really say Brady was more talented than any other QB that you watched in the league?
No, but his legacy is greater than those QBs. He's not more talented than Aaron Rodgers, but his legacy is clearly greater.
His legacy is greater. However, if we sit up here and we criticize, if a lot of players sit up here and they criticize Patrick Mahomes for having a great Andy Reid with him for his Super Bowls, Tom Brady deserves the same criticism.
Fucking Howard, he had to. Jared Goff, come on, bro.
Oh God.
Look,
Who said anything about? Wait, whoa.
No, that was Motown
Who said
Bitch.
anything about?
Motown Bitch in the comments. He put Jared Goff, and then he's next.
Yeah,
comment.
he's trolling.
Yeah, he's
Hey, he don't want to know what I think about 16.
It's funny.
I don't even call that motherfucker by name, bro. His
Jared,
name was 16 to me.
Hey, Steven, Motown Bitch came into this offseason telling us that Jared Goff is the top 3 quarterback in the NFL.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you, bro. Top 3.
I mean, if you want to be technical, he is. He is top 3 in the North.
In the North, but we're talking the
In the North,
talking about
but
NFL.
the whole
in the NFL. He's saying the whole
Yeah.
NFL. Like there's like he had a good year.
Man,
He ain't top 3 in the NFL.
Look. Number 16. Number 16. He had it. So he was top 3 last season.
All right.
He was top 3 last season, so they're expecting him to be.
That's it. He was only top 3.
Hey, listen. No, he was top 3. He was top 3 in touchdowns as well, if I'm not mistaken. Either way, I'm not making the case. Either way, I'm not making the case for him to be top 3. So let's just move on from that.
All right.
However, 16 is a good regular season quarterback as long as he is not asked to put a team on his back and win the game.
Yeah, just like
against
Dak
Tampa.
Yeah.
I.e. like Tampa, i.e. like against Washington. So, 16 is he is a good quarterback as long as the run game is working.
Hey, are you?
I'm sorry to say it.
Are you going to win a Super Bowl with him?
No.
Tell him how you spell your
What the hell?
Unfortunately, if you guys would have kept Matt Stafford, you probably could have got a Super Bowl with this roster. I'm not even playing.
Yeah, no. Yes, we listen. I said that if we had Matt Stafford, we would have went back-to-back Super Bowls.
Like they would have they would legit
because he wouldn't have choked against San Francisco, and he would not have looked as terrible as 16 looked last year against the Commanders. Let's just call a fucking spade a spade. 16. If we get to the Super Bowl, it's gonna be because of Sonic and Knuckles. It's not gonna be because of 16.
Right.
Yep.
The only thing I'm worried about for the Lions would be the offensive line, how they're Ragnow gone and
I'm not worried about the offensive line.
I would be.
I don't know. I don't know.
Think it'll be top 10.
Yeah.
Listen. There's gonna be a drop off. I saw the show. Trust me, I damn sure saw the show when y'all was talking about the offensive line, talking about if y'all Green Bay, y'all just gonna blitz. Y'all just gonna blitz up the middle and make them prove. Don't do that. Don't do that. Because then that game is gonna get out of hand quick for y'all. Listen, our offensive line isn't as bad as y'all think it's gonna be. There will be a fall off. They will not be top 3 next season. They just will not be. However, our tackles are still good. We had already lost Zeitler. We had already lost Zeitler.
Old, he's done. He's over. He gave up 8 sacks last year. The dude,
he didn't give up. He didn't show me where he gave up 8 sacks.
He gave up 8 sacks last year. He gave up 8
pull it up. Hey! You doing all this talking? I asked you to pull it up. Right now, what you're saying is irrelevant.
Hey, Steven, Motown Mitch is calling you a clown for blaming that game on God.
And you got Glasgow. And
hold on, wait. The game against who? Motown, man. Okay, they stopped. Hold on, excuse me. They stopped running the ball after halftime. He couldn't make the throws that they needed him to make. Who was that on? Part of it is the coaching staff, but he still couldn't make the throws that we needed him to make. So as far as I'm concerned, that shit is on him, and he can call me a clown all he wants to.
Now he's saying Goff over Stafford.
Listen. Detroit fans are always gonna say Goff over Stafford because he won us a playoff game and he did this and he did that. Well, guess what? Brett Holmes put a team and a coaching staff around his quarterback. Matt Stafford had nothing. Remember, he took us in 2016. He took us to the playoffs, 9-7, with 8 comebacks that year, with the 32nd ranked rushing offense and the 25th ranked defense. Put number 16 in that spot, and I guarantee you, we would have struggled to win 3 games. So he can say whatever he want to say, but until he stops looking at it, I guarantee you. Hold on, wait. I guarantee you, he's also a Wolverine fan.
I'm gonna
ask Motown Mitch, is he a Wolverine fan?
He can hear you, bro. He can hear you. Trust me.
Motown Mitch, are you a Wolverine fan or not? Put it in the comments.
Steven, I'm gonna be honest with you. The only strongest part of your O line is Sewell. The rest of them, I'm not worried about. I'm gonna be honest.
Good, but I think he's starting to show his age. But he's still good. Glasgow.
No.
For his job until
Glasgow. So Glasgow is serviceable. Glasgow is. I'm not making it seem like he's an all-pro or a world beater. Glasgow is serviceable.
He's a good backup.
Yeah. Well, I think Mitch answered your. Well, Steve, I think Mitch answered your question too.
What did he say?
He said yes, he's a Wolverines fan.
That's why. They are some of the most stupidest, most biased fans out there. They think every Wolverine should be drafted by the Lions. They feel no. Listen, don't tell me nothing else. Don't tell me nothing else that clown fucking said. Don't tell me nothing else that clown fucking said because he can't hold a candle to shit that I'm fucking talking about because he knows I'm right. Now he wanted to talk about the San Francisco game. Tell that motherfucker to bring up the tape and talk to me about Jared Goff against the Washington Commanders last year.
Bro, they choked.
They
right, bro. Every time he collapses when it counts. So I get 100%
Well,
agree.
you notice the line.
We're not gonna go there because he has that David Pike fucking thinking that 16 is good enough. 16 is not. 16 is who the fuck I'm saying he is. He's a fucking game manager, and as long as he doesn't have to throw more than 25 passes a game, we'll win the fucking game. If he got to put the team on his back, we're losing.
Now he's calling you the stupidest and that you're a fucking idiot.
Hey, listen.
Grad.
Listen.
What do you have to graduate from?
Hey, listen. I don't give a fuck about nothing else he talking about. Nothing else until he can explain. Until he can explain Goff's performance against the Commanders, I ain't got nothing else for him.
No, he won't.
That was a 4-interception game, man.
He's a graduate from Michigan. That's what he's trying to say.
I don't give a fuck where you graduated from, bro.
Steven,
I don't give a fuck because that doesn't make you smart. That just makes you stupid.
It's not just the Niners game and the Commanders game. What about every NFC Championship game and Super Bowl that he's been in even before that? He's been terrible.
He's been in a lot of.
Hey, wait.
I'm sorry, Mitch.
Listen.
That's not just one game. He's been in a lot of high intense games, and he's choked in them all, bro.
Hey. So wait. He got into a shootout with the Seahawks a couple of years back. His pick 6 was the deciding fucking factor in it. Then he turned around and got into another shootout with the Seahawks and fucking lost again. He got into a shootout with Josh Allen. Josh Allen didn't really have any weapons, but however, we didn't have a defense either or. He still got into a shootout with him and fucking lost that.
When they beat the Saints on that bullshit, he was terrible. In the Super Bowl, he was horrible. So look, check this out.
Listen, hold on, because they're gonna say they love saying that Jared Goff led the Rams to a Super Bowl. No, he rode Todd Gurley's fucking coattails in a defense to a fucking Super Bowl, and he was asked to put the team on his back, and he could only muster up 3 points. Stop talking to me about 16, bro.
Hold on, wait a minute. How many playoff games did Jared Goff win in his whole lifetime? 1, right? I think it was 1.
How many won?
You said playoff games?
He won 1.
He won. No, he won. He won that year. Yeah, he is. He won. I think 2 that year, leading up to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I know he won another playoff game, and then he went into Green Bay and got whooped 37-16 or some shit like that.
He's 5-5. He's 5-5.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, in the divisional round. So listen, I get it. He won 2 playoff games here with us. He won 2. He won the Tampa game and he won the fucking Rams game.
The Rams game, yeah.
Yeah, he's got 2 and lost 2. He's 2
and that's it.
And he didn't play very well in the Rams game either. You guys almost lost that game.
Hey man, hey, you're speaking logics. Do you know them Lions fans does not like logic? Them fucking, I don't know what it is in that water up there.
We know all about Mitch, Steven. Trust me. He's been coming here for months talking to us, man. Trust me.
Man, bro, and now that you have a fucking logical Lion fan on, not that fucking Chad Dateman dumbass. No, it's not. It's weird. It's not going today. If you came looking for somebody drinking the fucking Kool-Aid and glorifying their every fucking move, today ain't the day for you.
Rob,
because I'm gonna keep it all the way real. I'm gonna keep it all the way real with you.
Rob, go back to the other comment.
Don't be hating.
That's funny.
So this is how I know. This is how I can spot an uneducated viewer of the sport. Undefeated against Mahomes, for a matter of fact. When did Jared Goff play one-on-one?
Oh God.
Hey, hold on, wait. So that is true. He's undefeated. He is undefeated against Patrick Mahomes. I'll give him that. But on the flip side, did he play defense? I didn't see him
Right.
play safety out there.
Right. So how did Goff beat Mahomes?
And hold on, another thing too. I was gonna say.
That's a stupid comeback, though.
It's me. You're breaking up, Steven.
Hey, but not only that though, he wasn't even with the Lions when he played Mahomes. He was with the Rams. Mitch.
Actually, he was with the Lions.
Yeah.
Well, when he played Mahomes,
I remember.
No, they played him in like week 1 year. They played him in week 1.
Yeah, it was week 1.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Yeah,
Well, that was
that's
2 years ago, I think. 2 years ago.
And that's when their big defender, what's his name, was in the middle of a contract dispute. He didn't play either. I mean, there was a lot there. I think Kelsey was out. I mean, there was a whole bunch of guys out.
You're talking about Chandler Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was week 1, right? The opener.
No, you're talking about Chris Jones. Chris Jones.
I'm sorry, Chris Jones. And didn't Travis Kelce not play that game too?
Kelsey was out too. There was a bunch of guys.
Yeah.
So,
that's why I say he's talking about that.
You name a handful of bad games, bro. He only has a handful of games in the playoffs, and the fact that he has a handful of bad games in the handful of bad games that he's played in the playoffs is bad. In the biggest games, he is terrible, and it's consistent. This isn't just one time. This is over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
That's why they're called Pooh's Gold
He's a clown, man.
Let's go.
Bro.
I'm not even going to play, even everywhere else. Like, Lions fans do try to, they do try to, stick up for Goff, but I've never seen them say, shit like this. You know what I mean? Lions had stars out. Who?
Yeah, he's saying they have that guy.
They didn't have Jameson Williams because he was a gambler and he sucked that year anyways. That wasn't a big miss.
Exactly.
Who the fuck were they missing?
I'm thinking if he's referring to the Commanders game in the playoffs, maybe.
No, he's talking
about that game against the Chiefs week 1.
Because we talked about how Chris Jones and Travis Kelce didn't play. And he said, well, the Lions had stars. Jameson Williams is not a star. He's a fucking bomb.
And if anything I remember from that game is Mahomes had targets that was constantly dropping passes.
Yes, Stonehands. Tony dropped a couple in the end zone, bro.
Kadarius Toney
fucked him hard, bro. I remember
Kadarius Toney, yeah.
Yeah, Kadarius Toney. That guy Stonehands, man. He fucking dropped a couple.
Yeah, he did.
Man, yeah.
And then the week after that, the Seahawks fucking clocked the Lions the week after that.
Yeah, you are bringing back a memory now. Everybody calling him Stonehands. I remember that shit.
Stonehands. Yeah, because
I remember that shit.
He dropped. They hit him dead in the hands. He dropped him.
Yeah, drop him.
Fucking guy was.
That would have given them the win. How would that have given them the win?
I'm not gonna lie, Nick. Come on, this man's drinking the Flint, Michigan water, bro. We can't take him serious, bro.
He's not even drinking Kool-Aid. He's drinking that nasty, muddy water.
He talked about in that Super Bowl against Tom Brady, where the Rams didn't manage more than 3 points.
Yeah, exactly, A-Dub. Yeah, that
fucking easy. He's over here saying he's over here drinking the Flint, Michigan water. You're nasty, motherfucker. You cool, man. That was good. That was nice, dude. I like that. I like
the way he's talking about the lines, like, come on, you gotta make sense, Mitch. You have to make sense.
Drinking the Flint, Michigan water. I like that comeback, E. That was nice. That was good. I give props for props is due. That was good.
Hey, and then he sticks up for Goff, and Goff's not even all that. He's not even that great to me.
Yeah,
nobody thinks Goff is something special.
He did have a good year last year. He did have a
career year. Last year, I will say he had a career year last season, but he didn't do nothing with it.
No, right.
But losing.
Bro, they were expected to go all the way. They were the biggest disappointment last season. They were supposed to be.
Notice how Steven's trying to be rational and logical about it, and he says the same thing that I've been saying this whole time about Goff. Like, yeah, the numbers were there, but they're fluffed numbers. They're because it's a product of the guys that are around him doing all the work for him.
Yeah,
right.
Another thing you got to realize too, and like four or five games last year, they really bloated their stats up. Against weak teams, they really bloated their fucking.
Well, bro,
stats
they never.
The guys around him. You know, when you say that almost reminds me so much of the kind of system San Fran had. when they
Right.
had
That's
Jimmy
why I keep calling
Garoppolo
him.
or Brock
That's why I
Purdy.
keep calling him a Brock Purdy or just a better version of Jimmy G. It's like the same shit.
Nick, I think it was you that pointed out the fact that half of his passes were slant passes or fucking screen passes, and then they ran for the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Right.
No, they
So
did
I
the
brought
work.
up his air yards per attempt and completion.
Yeah,
He was like
right.
31st in the league. He was
Exactly. That's what I'm
so.
talking about.
And then Mitch wants to say his yards after catch was the highest in the league. Well, that means if he's throwing the lowest air yards per attempt and has the highest yards
Not
after
very good
completion,
at
his team is
math.
doing all the work.
Exactly.
13-3 was the final score at Fort. Oh my lord. Oh my goodness, man.
Dude,
Mitch, go back to school, okay? How about you go back to school? Because apparently you don't know much, man. I'm just saying.
Easy E, you need to go to Flint, Michigan and go get some water and test it with the rest of it.
Oh man. That's funny.
Dude, I will remember that one coming back for a minute, dude. You must be drinking that Flint.
He's not
Michigan water.
Motown Mitch anymore. He's Flint Mitch.
Yeah, you need to put that in thanks to Easy E. You got to put that in. You got to put that in. That's Flint Mitch.
Right.
You could put
Flint Mitch.
Michigan.
But then
Instead of Flint, Michigan, it's Flint, Michigan.
You know what I mean? I'm telling you. That was a great comeback,
Super
Easy E.
Bowl. I've been on record saying more than once already. I feel this year easily has to be Super Bowl or bust for Detroit.
For sure.
They're not making a Super Bowl.
They doing shit this year.
They got a lot of things going. I mean, they lost none of their coaches. And then their offensive line's all shooken up. I don't think their offensive line can be as good as they think it's going to be.
As much as they don't want to admit it, their window is closing. It's closing.
Yeah.
I
I'm not saying
think
it's really close, but they're going to have a hard time getting there.
I'm going to tell you right now, as an Eagle looking in, I think their window has closed because I think Green Bay's better. You know what I mean? Honestly, I think Green Bay is better. I think Minnesota's going to get better. You know what I mean? If McCarthy starts to be what they think he's going to be, Minnesota's already better than they are.
Yep.
That's what I say. And we got chemistry already. Green Bay has chemistry. We're gonna be set for next season.
Exactly. Green Bay's a tough team, man. I'm worried about Green Bay as an East team. I don't want to fuck with you guys again. And we had two good tough battles with you motherfuckers.
We're gonna own the East this year, Rock. We're gonna own the East, Rock.
Hey, Rock, wait till week 10, man. Monday Night Football. I'm telling you.
Shut up. I don't want to watch you guys, man. Fuck. Tired of looking at that ugly green.
Oh,
looking
so
at my beautiful
Eagles
green.
have a better green than Green Bay does.
That's right. I have a midnight green. You guys got more like a lime green. Get out of here. Get out of here.
Now Mitch want to throw the insults out there. Just that kind of mad over what we're saying.
Look, Mitch, we're never going to agree on shit. We're rivals, and you can say you got your point, we got our point, and no one's right or wrong, bro. It's just we got to wait and see. That's the beautiful thing about this is eventually we're all going to get lined up, and we're going to face each other, and we're going to figure it out. It's gonna work itself out. Trust me.
And then Davey's pretty soft.
And then we'll talk shit. Then we'll all be talking shit even more, though. So. And on that note, we got to call it, guys. Our hour is up. We got to say goodbye.
Buddy. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you for commenting. Thanks for commenting. And as always, thank you for your opinion. Yours, bitch.
Go Pack, go, and go Giants.
Later. Yeah, yo, it's game time. Ain't no messing around. Huddle Sports Network, the best in town. From NFL rumors to the latest trends, we got all your sports, just tune in, my friends. Catch us on Roku, Fire Stick, take your pick. Facebook, YouTube, where the action's slick. Daily shows that drop like a bomb. From 10 to 11, it's Ken and Ken, stay calm. Huddle up, catch the vibe, feel the rush. Get your news, get your fills in the clutch. Over 27 podcasts, we breaking it down. Join the team, Huddle Sports, wear the crown. Live every weekday, it's how we roll. Lions Talk with Jeremy B, we taking a stroll. From 11 to 12, don't miss a beat. We break down the game, make the info sweet. The Daily Huddle podcast, noon to 1. CST Zone, we're just having fun. Toss your doubts, we bring the facts. Tune into the Huddle.